Welcome to the second of our 5-part Restorative Practices series training, intended for teachers and staff in the Tucson Unified School District. Each employee who takes these self-paced professional learning trainings must complete them in order. This second part will cover affective statements and responses. Let's begin. The term affective statements is another way of saying expressing your feelings or sharing impact. A middle school teacher was fed up with students being disrespectful and disruptive in class, complaining about how work was stupid and boring. The teacher tried everything she could to engage the students and make the work more interesting, but nothing seemed to work. After the teacher spoke to a restorative practice facilitator, the teacher decided to use a different approach using affective statements. She then talked to the class explaining how their comments made her feel, how it hurt her feelings, how she is trying and requested the students to make a commitment not to be disrespectful anymore, and it worked. So how exactly did it work for that teacher? It's important to remember that affective statements, including I, shows students that teachers care. It also adds a personal touch. Affective statements address behaviors proactively, and they make students aware of either the positive or negative impact of their behavior. These statements are a useful tool for building a restorative classroom. Furthermore, affective statements allow teachers to set a more positive tone day to day. They humanize the person making them, immediately changing the dynamic between the people involved. This sharing of emotions, or getting real, is what makes it possible to improve relationships in a school community. Let's think about some typical responses to unwanted behavior, such as running in the hall is not safe, we don't push our friends, you are distracting others, swearing at your teacher is unacceptable, what have you gotten done so far? Why are you talking when I'm talking? Now, let's try some affective statement stems. An affective statement stems from an I statement that expresses emotion and is connected to behavior. Some possible affective statement stems include, I'm so thankful that, or for, I'm feeling irritated by, I am happy that, I'm upset that, I'm excited to see or hear, I feel hurt by, I am proud when, and I feel scared when. Here's a scenario that shows us the difference between typical and affective statements. A 7th grade social studies teacher is attempting to take his 5th period attendance after his bell is rang. The classroom attendance must be done accurately per district policy. The teacher is having trouble getting the class's attention, and he can't hear the responses because of all the noise. After the bell rings, the students should be in their seats ready to begin the class. However, today the students are very talkative. John is teasing Susie because she changed her hairstyle. And lastly, the air conditioner is out of order in the building and it's 91 degrees outside. Some examples of affective statements that can be used in this scenario include, I feel I can't get an accurate head count for our office. Please, everyone have a seat. It would be great if I could get a volunteer to open up all the windows in the classroom. Our front office would appreciate our class if we could quickly get an accurate head count for our class and turn it in on time. I understand everyone's frustration that the air conditioner is out of order today. I like it when the first 2 rows of students stop speaking when I ask for the class's attention. Here are more examples of how a typical response to unwanted student behavior can be restructured as an affective statement. If a typical response is stop teasing Sandy, the affective statement is, it makes me feel uncomfortable when I hear you teasing Sandy. If a typical response is talking during class is inappropriate, the affective statement is, I'm frustrated that you aren't listening to me. If a typical response is, you shouldn't do that, the affective statement is, I feel sad when you do that. If a typical response is, sit down and be quiet, the affective statement is, I get upset when you talk and joke during my lectures. And finally, if a typical response is, I don't want to see you fighting with him, the affective statement is, I was shocked to see you hurt your classmate. Affective statements are a way of sharing personal expressions of feeling in response to specific positive or negative behaviors of others. They are also a way of expressing impact of the scope of intended or unintended harm resulting from negative behaviors. Affective statements are crucial to fostering healthy group dynamics and acknowledging success or hard work. Affective statements accomplish this mainly because they add personal dimension. Keep in mind, affective statements can be combined with other restorative practices, such as in responsive circles. This encourages trust building, safety, comfort, learning, and productivity. It also addresses behavior concerns by responding to the problem, air feelings, repair the harm, address issues, and plan changes for the future. Affective statements and responsive circles encourages students to express feelings. The more engaging the process is, the more likely the students will take ownership. It is an effective way of communication, collaboration, and problem solving, and it helps set the norm in a classroom setting by enforcing behavior expectations and classroom management. Congratulations! You have completed the video portion of Part 2 in our Restorative Practices series training, which focused on affective statements. You can now head to topic number 2 and pass the quiz with an 80% or higher to receive full credit for this course, and then register for Part 3, the social discipline window.